Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Blessed Mess. I'm Jasmine.
I'm Ellie.
And today we're here to talk about more of our high school mess.
There's plenty.
There's plenty. And I realized that in one of the episodes, Getting to Know Us, which I'll link right up here in one of these areas, that we mentioned community service story.
Oh, we got plenty of those.
And there was another story that we mentioned too, but we told you stay tuned, so here you go. So, I mean, where do you want to begin? Which one?
Let's go with our favorite. My favorite was the St. Patrick's Day dinner, which was junior year?
Yeah. No, senior, because seniors when we... So, backstory. So, in high school, to graduate, you needed to do a certain amount of hours of community service, and you had to get it, like, signed off on. But
wait, no, it was junior year.
It was either junior or senior year, but to graduate, you had to have a certain amount of...
credits. Or,
well,
like
community hour service, And so, her grandfather was a president of the community center.
Yeah.
And so we would do our community service there, but he was never there, and we got stuck with her mom instead.
My mom and, like, this other guy. He was really cool.
Bill, we mentioned you. But, so we would have to do community service at certain places, but instead of it just being, like, they pick, her mom chose the places that we would do our community service at.
And yeah, like, whenever they were short of, like, people, that's kind of where... I mean, I always did community service, but, like, once I was in high school, I had to make my friends do it with me because they needed the credits anyways.
Yeah, so, I mean, shout out Bill, because if it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't have graduated on time.
Well...
What is it? I don't want to say old folks home, that's rude. Like...
It's like not a
convalescent home, but, like... just an old people home.
Yeah, it was like an older people home. It was a really nice one, though.
It was actually really freaking nice.
It was huge. We were like, wow, this is real nice. It was St. Patrick's Day dinner. And we had to, like, serve dinner to all, like, these older people.
To make it sound so bad.
Well, I don't want to say, like, what am I going to serve? We served dinner.
But remind you, we were there all day. It was supposed to be just, like, served for dinner, but because her mom secretly hated us in high school, that she made us go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you had to go to, like, set up the dinners, like, the tables.
But we went super early, because remember, she made us go room to room and greet them, and be like... Yeah. And be like, make their day, but that wasn't part of the community service.
But mind you, my grandpa always did stuff like that, and it was like, my mom's like, you know, you're doing it for him. Like, you have to, like, represent him. So I was like, oh my gosh. So that means I couldn't be drunk that day. So, want to embarrass him or whatever. And then, so, we had to go, like, and mind you, then we had to wear, like, these white shirts. Do you remember? I just know because we have all those pictures. Oh, we had.
I don't remember. I just remember she was like kept telling us we had to like look a certain way and like
yeah, we had to be like whatever. So it was like us with two of my other friends, and so we had to go through room by room, introduce them, saying we're gonna have dinner and what we were gonna have for dinner and everything. And then finally, when all that was done, then we had to go into the hall and like set up the tables and the plates and these things. And I was like, Mom, half these people can't even eat anyways. Like, I don't know why we were doing all this stuff. And she's like, we have to make it nice. And then Bill, he was like, this guy, he was like, him and my grandpa did their thing together. Like, one of them was like president and vice president, so they always worked together, so he knew me really well. And then he would be so nice. He's like, go do this. Like, he would try to always give us breaks, and my mom was like, no, let's get this
She literally was not having it. She was like, breaks, no, like, go and find something
because she was like, the faster we get this done, the faster we
Which was a lie.
Yeah, which was a lie. We were there all night. Anyways, so, at this dinner, I already said that. Okay, so it was like corned beef, cabbage, whatever, like...
Because it was a St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, so then we were like setting up for dinner, well, they'd set up for dinner, and then everybody comes with their plates, and then you like you serve them and stuff like that.
But Bill made the mistake of putting us on champagne.
he thought we were 21, and he was like, "You guys can share champagne, can't you?" And we were like, "Yeah, 100%."
Yeah, of course, we got you, Bill. Don't you worry.
Don't worry. So we did that.
Remind you, we were like, what, 16, 17?
Yeah, I guess he didn't know. I don't know. He's so old. He was just like,
and
whatever.
Of course, when you're that age, of course, like, you go through your whole party phase of, like, high school and, like, living your best life, and don't put us in charge of champagne, especially when there's barely any supervision.
No, seriously, yeah. So we did that. Yeah, and so we started giving champagne. I didn't even know if they were supposed to be drinking champagne.
Kids, don't try this at home.
Yeah, so then we were like, he was like, and he kept asking us, he's like, taste it, how does it taste? And I was like, okay.
It tastes great to me.
We were like, yeah, it's great. And
but now I would not be caught drinking champagne.
Oh God, no, that's disgusting.
No,
like,
it's not.
I don't drink champagne, I don't drink wine. But then what happened? So then we're like doing these, and then like these old people were so funny. Like they were probably like,
old people are actually really funny, especially like if they're not your grandparents. They're actually like, well, not yours in particular, because I love Goose and Krabby. But like when they're not yours, they're actually like really funny, you know?
Yeah. No, they were
super funny. And not only that, like I think a handful of them knew we were underage, but yet they were still like trying to give us alcohol and like get us
they'd
drunk.
be like, go get another one, I'm like, oh yeah, you want another one? We were just hanging out with these people, and then like music came on, there's a DJ, and you know, everyone just feeling themselves, and I was like, Mom, you want me to go, like, you know, greet these people, hang out with them? And
all of a sudden.
And so all of us and me and Jazmine and our two friends were like doing it, and then they had music going, and then all these older people wanted to dance with us. We were dancing with people on wheelchairs and just getting it, like, whatever they wanted.
Literally dancing with all these old people.
And they were moving too. And one boy,
the funniest part was the fact that your mom didn't know anything, and then she was just like, "I'm so proud of you girls. Like you girls like got out there."
She was so proud of me, and she was like,
I mean, to be fair, overall, like minus the alcohol, it still wasn't that bad once like after dinner happened. But like it also helped the fact that we were drunk too.
Yeah,
you know?
too. But I mean, I always loved doing community service. It was super fun. But just because I think the people you did it with. But it was so much fun with these older people. They were just, and then one guy, do you remember the guy when he was like dancing and dancing? He had a walker, but he was getting too tired. So then he sat the walker down. Put the walker.
He was like still like going like
he
this.
He was like on his chair just dancing, and I was like, okay, spin me. It was a lot of fun.
No, but there was a food bank one where this was, I think, our very first time doing community service together, and then your mom kept saying, she's like, go help get like all the food out like people's cars as they were like dropping it off, and we were like, okay, perfect. Remind you, we had water bottles of like alcohol in the car.
Oh, 100%. Or my mom used to get mad. She's like, you need to feed them, like, because you have to do it by families. Like, they say if they have a family of 3 or 4 or 5, whatever, or how many kids they have. And I would be like, you know, if I was a kid, I would want all those fruit snacks and all of that. So I was just stuffing cookies, fruit snacks. And my mom's like, we ran out of food. I was like, oh, we did?
Oh, wow. My bad.
And she thought I was taking it. She's like, are you eating it, Eleanor? I was like, no. Why you always gotta blame me? Like,
literally, like, that time we actually didn't eat this stuff.
Yeah, but no. It was fun.
Yeah.
You were a good time.
Community service, it wasn't as bad as it sounds. Like,
no,
especially like from a high school perspective, it wasn't that bad, but it's also when you get to hang out with your friends that makes it like so much better.
Yeah, no, it was fun. The people there are super fun.
Or always the fact that we were just drunk.
That too, but the dinners were always pretty much a good time.
Hey, your mom loved it because we got to eat for free and she didn't have to spend money.
She always like, you better eat before we leave, and I was like, oh, bet, we already got our own plates. It was a good time.
No, do you remember the time that we snuck out the house and we were just like meeting up with like your ex well, now he's your ex, but like your boyfriend at the time and like a few of our friends, and we literally didn't even go far. We were just like
across to that little thing
across the street on that like green box thing or whatever, and then we were just like chilling, minding our business, drinking. Like, music was not loud, and then all of a sudden your mom came out like a psycho, screaming at us, saying that we were causing a scene, being too loud, but the whole time it was your mom screaming, and then saying that we were embarrassing her because we were outside.
She tells me that all the time, and I'm like, you're the one that went out there. Like, you did it to yourself. Like, the neighbors probably didn't even know I was outside, and they heard you yelling, and then they knew.
I don't even know. How did she even know we were outside?
I don't know. She always checks on me before she always used to check on me before she went to bed because she didn't trust me or something. And I was like, I guess, I don't know. She said she would always have to check me where she wakes up and like make sure. My mom used to do this crazy thing where she would put bells on all the doors at nighttime, and I would get so irritated. Like, it would piss me off.
I remember she even put one on the outside of your bedroom before she went to sleep, and you're like, how the hell did this crazy bitch put one here without me hearing her?
Yeah, she would put them everywhere, like the front door, the back door, the garage. Like,
I'm surprised she didn't have alarms on the doors.
She even put them on her door because, you know, I used to try to close her door, and I'm like, if I close her door, she gets... But she caught on.
She was crazy.
But she knew though, so she put like all those bells, so when she hears a bell, obviously I'm leaving or doing something, because like after a while I just used to sneak out the front door. Like, I was like, why am I going to stress myself out, jump over in the window, do all that, when I could just go out through the front door and be very, very quiet. But then she caught on, so I wasn't able to do that anymore.
But it didn't stop us.
No, not at all.
If anything, we just like, but our mistake was like, we would like hold the bells and like slowly take it off so you wouldn't hear them, but then we would leave it by the front door.
I always
instead
did
of
that.
coming home and putting it back, we would leave it there so she would still know that we were like.
Yeah, no,
leaving.
I was so stupid. I used to always take the bells off and set them down, but I would forget to put them back. I remember one of the first times I snuck out.
Or,
I don't know.
No, the first time when you forgot about, like, you didn't know, you were like just taking it off, and I was like, you can't just take it off, it's fucking bells. And then you like took it off, and your mom came out. She's like, what are you bitches doing? And we're like,
I remember I was like, Jasmine's mom's here. She was to bring her something.
My mom was nowhere. And
she's like, really? Let me go see it. And I was like, Mom, her mom's like not very nice.
She literally
like, I wouldn't do that.
She's like, Mom, you don't even like talking to parents. Let's not pretend.
No, the first time I ever snuck out, I was new to the game, you know? I didn't know anything of that. And I thought that I'm like, you know what? How am I?
Don't do this at home, kids.
I literally would put my random my shoes in the living room, which I never did.
Oh my god, I used to tell you all the time, stop doing that. Literally, like, her good shoes, she's leaving by the door. When do you ever
No, not that. I would not in that, like, by the door. I'd put it in the other living room like I was watching TV. And I remember the first time my mom was like, why are your Uggs out here? I was like, oh, I don't know, I must have passed out on the couch. She's like, oh, no you didn't. I came and checked.
Remember the time she took them?
My mom took my shoes.
She's like, oh, passed out, I took your shoes. And we were trying to leave, and you're like, where the fuck are my Uggs?
Yeah, because like when we would sneak out, it would be the wintertime. Who's gonna wear some Vans when it's like, it's really not like 30 degrees, but it would be really cold. And I was like, so I wanted my Uggs. And then my mom would find out during the wintertime, she would take, and I was like, why are you taking them overnight? And she was like, you don't need to wear them at night, do you? And I was like, well, if I go to the bathroom at nighttime, like, yeah, it's cold.
The stories that we told your mom.
Yeah, I mean,
no, but again, we made her life so much better. Like, how boring would her life really have been?
Oh yeah, I don't think she says that. But I do know, if, like I said, if I ever have a daughter, she ain't leaving the house. She ain't doing nothing.
She'll find a way.
I'm about to have bells on every single door. I'm gonna have them even on your dressers.
I would get the scream alarms, you know, like when you open the door and it like screams hella loud.
Oh my gosh, no, I'd probably scare myself.
Forget to turn it off.
Yeah.
Scream
I already hate the doors here at my house. They're already so loud, so.
Wow. We weren't bad.
No. I mean, we're just a little spicy.
I mean, I guess a good thing about like today's generation is I feel like, I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like they're not as spicy as we were, which I guess is a good thing for parents. Like, they're more so like just stay in the house, like sneak people in versus out, you know?
Oh, I would never sneak people in.
That's not true.
Okay, besides...
That
was so different. But I would never intentionally sneak... Oh gosh, no. I would have got killed. So what's... Well, I guess you wouldn't say your best story sneaking out because there's really no best one.
I mean, no. I never really had to sneak out though. Like, my mom was never like super strict unless like my stepdad was like pretending to like care and like be strict. But I mean, there's like technically once out of my house. I think the only time I really snuck out was out of your house. But like, it's technically out of mine. It was like, it was so stupid because I was hanging out with like a few friends, and then like one of the guys that we were hanging out with had a car, so like we were just like, we were fucking high school, okay, like don't judge us. We were like just sitting in his car chilling, and then like my girlfriend that I was with, she's like, I had to use a bathroom. I think that's what it was, because it was some stupid reason we went back inside, and then my stepdad was in the kitchen, and then of course like wanting to like pretend to care. he was like, you're not fucking going back out, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, excuse you, first of all, it's early. Second of all, our other friend on the other side of town was waiting for us to go pick her up.
Yeah, like, you're already going.
We already had plans. The whole night's like planned. We're not staying in.
Yeah.
And because I remember we used to like randomly like go to the city and like do nothing, like, or just go meet up with like his family and stuff. And so then like he went to the room and then he was like, I know she's gonna, like, I heard him because like I shared a wall with my mom, with her bedroom, so I heard him in there like yelling at my mom, and he was like, I know she's gonna try to leave or like whatever. And then my mom was like, okay, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Like my mom already told me I could because I wasn't with you that night. And every time I wasn't with you, my mom would always be like, just let me know who you're with.
Yeah.
And my sister just moved back in. And so, remind you, when my mom was in her room, she was in her room for the night. She wasn't going to come back out. She doesn't use the bathroom in the middle of the night. And even if she does, like, she doesn't go in my room.
Yeah,
like,
you can't really see, yeah.
And, like, the bathroom was further, like, my door was first, and then it was a bathroom. So it was, like, there was, like, my mom just wasn't that type to, like, check, you know? Mm-hmm. So me and my sister just moved back in, so we're sharing a room, and so she's the only one that would have known. So I literally asked her, and I was like, Crystal? And she was like, I don't know what the fuck you're asking me for, you're gonna go anyways. And I was like, oh, cool, so that's, like, permission, right?
You're like, that was my asking.
Like, hey, I did my part, I asked. But I kept hearing myself down there yelling and complaining. And then my sister was like, you already know mom's not going to come in here. So then I ended up just leaving. I mean...
How long were you gone, though?
I think, honestly, I was gone till like 5, 6 in the morning. Because we ended up going to the city. And then whatever happened, we didn't come home till like 5, 6 in the morning. But I kept texting my sister, and she was like, oh, you know mom's not out. You know mom doesn't come out till like around like whatever. And so like even... I remember that when I tried to go home, she did text and was like, don't come in yet.
Oh, what was your mom doing?
I think she like, either her or Larry like came out of the room and like went to the bathroom or something. Either the bathroom or in the kitchen or something. And then I was just like, I'm not tripping, like. But it was like, it was the most stupidest thing because it was just like, don't pretend to care all of a sudden.
Yeah, she just...
But it also annoyed me when, like, my mom would tell me yes, and then, like, as I'm going out or, like, hanging out or something, then my stepdad will, like, get an attitude about it, and then, like, my mom all of a sudden would be like, okay, well, he's mad, so come home. I'm like, I thought you were my parent.
Yeah, no,
But see, I know, like, now I think my mom knows, like, I like, snuck out of, like, your house and stuff, but, like, I never had to, like, sneak out of my own house. I would just either leave and... like, tell her I was gonna leave, like, but never give her a time frame, but she never really cared or said anything.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather have that.
So I think the only time my mom really got mad at me was the very first time I got drunk, and it was...
Did you, like, throw up?
Yeah, and... Because, see... It wasn't my fault. I don't blame myself for this, okay? Like...
I mean...
I came home from hanging out with my best friend at the time, and I came home, and my cousin and my sister were in our room, and my cousin's stepsister was with her, and she was like, they had like literally a brown paper bag, and I was just like, I grew up seeing a brown paper bag, like nothing good is in this brown paper bag. And so
I feel like brown paper bags are always a good time though.
I mean, yeah, but like when you're a kid, nothing good is in this bag for you. And I just remember, like, she hands it to me, and she's like, drink it. And I was like, no, like, I instantly smelt it. And I was like, no, I was like, I can't drink this. Like, I was like, I'm only, like, what, 13, 14? I was like, I can't drink this. And she was like, just do it, just do it.
You were 13?
I think I was, because I think it was, like, I was like, 14, because it was, like, the summer going into sophomore year, I think.
Oh, okay. That's about right.
So, yeah, I was, like, 14, I think. Which is still really young. And she's like, drink it. And I was like, I can't drink this. So then, like, she, of course, like, peer pressure. I think, honestly, like, the only time I, like, fell for peer pressure was, like, this time. And it fucking bit me in the ass. And so I, like, take a sip of it. And I was like, this is so, like, mind you, I'm holding it in my mouth. And I'm like, I can't swallow.
You kept it in your mouth?
Yeah, because I was like, I can't swallow. It was E&J. Did I not mention that?
Oh, my God. That was,
did
like,
I not mention that?
No, that's what I drank the first time. Well, not the first time I drank, but the first time I drank hard alcohol. And I was obsessed with it.
No wonder you drink Hennessy. No, it was like, I couldn't swallow it. Like, I felt like my whole throat, like, closed up, and I was like, I couldn't, like, swallow. And I was like, this is so disgusting. And I know for a fact I drank more than I should have, because she kept saying, chug it, chug it, chug it. And I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I already felt my whole body burns. I might as well keep going. And then I remember, like, I just remember, like, they kept saying how hungry they were. And remind you, like, I didn't know what drunk was. So we ended up going to the grocery store. And we're walking, and we went to, it was a 24-hour grocery store, so we're like walking around the store, and I'm like arm in arm with like my cousin, and I look at my cousin, I was like, my whole body feels tingly, I don't know what's happening. And she's like, it's fine. And like, you know, like the low like fridges, like where the drinks are or whatever, next thing you know, like both of us are falling in the fridges, and I was like,
God.
my whole body was like numb, and I was like, I can't move. And my sister's like, you better fucking get your ass out of there. And I was like, I can't. And like me and my cousin are still like laughing like so hard.
Oh my God.
And then, like, finally, we end up leaving and going home.
What grocery store were you at?
Winco.
Oh, okay. That's okay. It's Winco. I thought it was, like, Safeway or something. I was like,
no.
damn.
We went to Winco. And then I remember, like, I don't know how, like, my sister was outside. Me and my cousin were inside. And this is, like, when, like, the, like, not cordless phones, but, like, the actual, like, home landlines were still a thing.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, my cousin was on the phone, like, plugged in the wall, you know, like just a long cord, not a cordless phone though. Mm-hmm. And I remember she's like on the phone, like laying on the floor, talking, like cupcaking or whatever. And then I was
just
like,
sitting there hella drunk, huh?
Yeah, but I don't know why I was on the floor with her. But I remember I was like sitting on the floor. Next thing you know, I'm just like dry heaving, and then I'm vomiting, and then like I remember.
Were you throwing up on like your floor?
Yeah, on the carpet.
Oh, hell no. That's why your mom was mad.
And then and my mom was like, you dumb bitch. And then I remember, like, my stepdad carried me to the bathroom, and then he, like, put me in the tub, and then, like, my mom
showered. Did they know you were drunk?
Well, of course. Like, my vomit smelled like fucking E&J. And, like, my mom's, like, washing my hair and, like,
I'd be like, I don't know how that got in there. Like, that was not me.
The whole time I was like, I'm not drunk. I'm like, Mom, I'm not drunk. She goes, you fucking lying bitch. Didn't know my sister's in her bed throwing up in a freaking trash can as my mom's bathing me. And she's like, you dumb bitches. My cousin and her stepsister, like, booked it out the house and, like, took off.
Oh, my God.
And my mom's, like, calling her. She's like, you dumb bitch. Like, cussing them out, like, so bad. And I'm just, like, in the tub, like, I'm not drunk, Mom. And my mom's
did she ever find out if your sister was?
Yeah, she smelt it. Like, literally, like, the whole room, like, trash can was, like, reeked of, like, alcohol.
Oh, my God.
And then these dumbasses left the bottle in the room. And so, like, I remember I woke up and, like, I don't know, like, peeked one eye, and, like, my mom's, like, sleeping in bed with my sister, and my mom goes, I fucking see you, dumb bitch. And I was like, oh, I'm still asleep. I'm sleeping.
Oh, hell no. I would never.
I was like, I'm asleep. And she's like, what the fuck? And then, like, we're still trying to call my cousin. She won't answer. Then she texts.
I wouldn't answer that. I'd be like, nah, guys, I'm good. I'm going home.
She texts us, like later that day, and then she's like, are you guys alive?
No.
My mom was so pissed. I think she tried to ground us, and I was like, Mom, what's the point? I'm high school. Like, you can't ground me.
I told you what I used to tell my mom all the time. I'd be like, I'm a senior now. You can't tell me what to do. No.
But I think I was barely, like, sophomore year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you weren't getting away with nothing.
Yeah, my mom's like, fuck if I can't. She's like, I can't ground you because you're a teenager. She's like, that's when you ground, dumbass. And I was like, oh, I thought I was going to get out of it.
I was always grounded, so it was nothing new.
See, it wasn't fair. It wasn't my fault. And I kept trying to tell her that, and I was like, it's not my fault. She's like, you better stay in your fucking room. I was like, this is just so unfair. I mean, I did because I had a partner with Angel. So.
Oh my God, yeah, no.
We were both in trouble. So, I mean, if I was by myself, there's no way. Because when I got suspended for a week, I still did what I wanted. I literally left.
Did your mom know you were suspended?
Yeah. The fucking snitch-ass school called her when I called Crystal. Why would the school call my mom when I didn't call my mom?
I know. I used to hate that shit. We used to have, like, they would call our house phone, like, when we missed school or whatever, and like, we didn't use our house phone. I just had it unplugged for months. My mom
Technically, we didn't use ours either, but, like, at the time to have internet connection, you had to have, like, a landline, like, bundle it or whatever.
So do you, too. You just unplug it. That's what I would do.
Well, my mom also had, like, fucking dial-up or whatever, so you would, like, plug the cord into the computer to get on the internet at the time. It wasn't like Wi-Fi or nothing like that. So
just...
like technically we had one, but you could never get through because it was always plugged into a computer.
Should have done silent. I do silent too. That works well. My mom's like, don't unplug it, and then you just...
When it's a caller ID and it's facing up and then it lights up when it rings, it doesn't really matter.
Oh no, we didn't even have that.
But see, I just started keeping it plugged into a computer though. Or my mom would always like have it on her computer or something. Because if it's plugged in, then they can't get through.
Yeah. No, that's really smart. I never thought about that.
But I mean, that's one miraculous fucking time it wasn't plugged into the computer and they got through and called her. So by the time I got home, my mom was ready to kill me.
Oh, yeah, no.
But I didn't call her. I'm like, why would you go behind my back, you dumbass school? Like, I called my sister
to my mom all the time. It was annoying.
I called my sister for a reason. And then I ended up calling Angel's boyfriend at the time. Because Crystal was like, well, I'm at work. I'm in Concord. I can't come and get you.
So she didn't even go get you?
No. So had to come and get me.
Oh.
But I didn't go home right away.
Of course. That doesn't surprise me.
I didn't go home right away. I was like, nope.
My mom watched me like a hawk when I was grounded. She would make me sleep in the bed with her.
That's not normal.
No. I used to hate that. And I hated it more because her stupid bird would sleep with us. Like her
Mango?
Yeah. Oh. She had a cockatoo bird, and that bird, like, anytime I get up, he's like, Mom, Mom. And I'm like, fuck, I'm done.
Oh, if only Princess could talk, Princess would snitch on you too.
Man, my mom's bird used to always snitch on me, and I used to hate that, but...
It's crazy when you say a bird would snitch on you, like...
Yeah, that bird was, like, obsessed with my mom, and it hated me.
The bird hated everyone.
I know, but, like, it always hated me. It used to call me a crybaby all the time.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he didn't say... He used to, like, ask my mom... Let's call her real quick. Okay, so my mom had this bird named Mango, which is so... Oh, I hate that bird.
What kind of bird was Mango?
A cockatoo. It was like...
You did say that.
Yeah. And anyways, so she had this...
Sorry, if you keep seeing us reach, like, whatever, there's, like, dogs down here.
Yeah, so this bird absolutely hated me. And, like, the way I used to get out of trouble is I would, like, fake cry. And I would tell my mom, like, I'm just so, like, depressed. I'm so sad. I don't know what's going on. Because, high school. Birds' comebacks are literally the best. I'd be like, I'm so sad. She's like, oh, you're so sad. Why don't you go clean the dishes and you won't be so sad anymore?
Or she'd be like, oh, you're so sad. Well, you and your boyfriend broke up for the 10th time today? I'm like, bird. So much shade.
So her bird used to, like, act like it was crying and be like, wah, wah, wah. Like, whenever I was, yeah, it was so annoying. I wish she could answer right now so she could tell you. It was so annoying. I hated that bird with a passion. The bird hated me. I used to hate when I would, like, you're just, it's a casual day, and my mom would let this bird walk around the house. Like, this bird was, I remember coming
to your house, it would literally be, like, you had to, like, make sure Mango wasn't by the door, because, like, he would fly out.
And you couldn't eat the Cheetos, because, like, God forbid, those were
Mango's.
Yeah, and it was so annoying. Her and my mom used to cook together. I'm like, that's disgusting. Like,
that's not normal, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but that bird was such a snitch. But I'm surprised I never got caught with that bird sneaking out. Like, that bird would have snitched me out.
Or Alex.
No, he never snitched me out. He just told me to keep me out of, like...
No, if you talk to him, he would, like, yell and be like, no, I'm not doing blah, blah, blah.
Or when I would get my phone taken, I'd be like, Alex, can I see your phone?
Which is her brother.
Yeah, and I was like, can I see your phone? I'm, like, whispering, can I see your phone? He's like, no, Ellie, I'm not going to give you my phone. I'm like, shut up. Like, relax.
For a reason.
And I was like, please. He's like, no, whatever. But I remember one time I snuck out with my friends, and I first started sneaking out with them, and so we went out. Ooh, my girl. And then what happened? I don't know what happened. We got back home, and then Mom was waiting for us. Like, she was there, and I was like, oh shit. And so she was like, where'd you guys girls go? And we were like, oh, nowhere. We went to the park real quick. Something happened. She's in the video. And anyway, so we went, and the mom was like, well, you know what? Just because of this, I'm gonna take you girls back home tonight. It's like 4 in the morning.
Wait, this was your friend's mom?
Yes. And I was like, what do you mean? And I was like laughing, and we were like, oh, haha. She's like, no, I'm serious. You guys go grab your stuff. And I was like, no.
You know what, though? I probably would do some shit like that as a mom. Like, I'm not going to deal with you being little assholes. Like, go home.
Yeah, and my mom, she was like, you guys want to lie? Then I'm going to tell you. I'm like, no. Like, your girl was stressing on the way home. It was like a 3-minute drive, and let me tell you, it was rough. And then my mom was livid. And I was like, I was like, and she's like, I don't even want to hear it. And I was like, I did not sneak out, Mom. Like, they wanted to go, and I was just trying to be a good friend. Like, I was in her house, and I didn't want to be like, no, we can't go. And she's like, Eleanor, I know what you do here. I don't think you do it at your friend's house. Just thought you'd be smart enough not to get caught. And I was like, whatever. And then I was grounded forever.
There was once my mom thought I was sneaking out, and this time, honestly, we were not sneaking out.
Was this when you said with the Malibu, right?
Not Malibu, Bacardi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so earlier that day, I was at my sister's house. She was, like, living downtown, and it was, like, the seafood fest or whatever. So then, like, my best friend's brother was like, oh, he was gonna go, but he's like, he's not going till later or whatever. So then we ended up just going back to my house. And we were drinking, like, when we left my sister's house. By the way, my sister didn't know we had alcohol. We were drinking by the time, like, when we left my sister's house, so by the time we even got home, and I think, I could be wrong, I don't know if we got a ride or if we took the bus, but however, it's kind of a long ride from where, like, to where we lived, so it was like, by the time we got there, we were already pretty drunk. So then her brother calls us and is like, oh, can you guys, like, come out and hang out? He's like, we're not going to the seafood festival anymore, but, like, you guys can hang out with us. So it was like, I guess I was trying to be a good kid. I don't know what what it was. I asked my mom, oh no, because when we were going to leave, my mom was like cleaning the house or like whatever. And so I was like, Mom, I was like, can we go hang out with, like, with her brother? And she's like, nope, you girls need to stay in the house. And I was like, okay. It was like, we were already drunk. Like, honestly, we had no business leaving anyway. So I was like, okay, like, that's fine. So then we're literally drinking like, what was it? Bacardi Melon and Sunny D. So it was like literally.
That does not sound like a good time.
Okay, when you're in high school, it's the best time. And I just remember it was like so sweet, and it was like so like it was like literally like you were drinking juice. And then I remember like we were in my room and we were getting so hot. I was like literally like fanning myself. Like,
your house was always hella hot too.
Yeah, it was. It was always so hot. And so, like, we literally just go to open the window. And to remind you, the way the house was set up, it made more sense to go out the front door. Like, I'm not going to sneak out the window.
Yeah, like, I got to that point, too. It's stupid.
But it's also, it made no sense because, like, the way, like, my room was literally in the backyard. But then it was just set up so weird. So it was like, why am I going to go into the backyard and, like, go through all the bushes to go around the house when it's easier to go through the front of the door? It was, like, it made no sense. So my mom, like, literally, like, a psycho. Like, I just remember he opened the window, just barely.
She right there?
No.
I would have died.
That would have been hysterical. No, so I barely opened the window, and next thing you know, you hear her bedroom door come flying open. And mind you, we share a wall, and so like she just starts like the wall's like shaking, and she comes flying in your room. She goes, "You bitches better not be sneaking out." We look at her, we're like, "Whoa, like we're not this time. Calm down."
Oh no.
But remind you, the crazy part is like, of course we were like sitting in my room drinking, and I guess like for some reason my friend just like put it in like my bottom drawer, put the bottle in my bottom drawer like right on time. Mm-hmm. So, like, when my mom opened it, she just seen Sunny D sitting there. She didn't see, like, the bottle. But, like, the bottle was out the whole time up until that point.
I mean, that's smart, because I would not have thought that quick.
Me either. Like, but I remember sitting there and like we were taking shots and I was like, why? I was like, why are you giving me water? And she's
you did say that. You were like saying that it didn't like taste like anything anymore.
Yeah, and she's like, I'm not giving you water. She's like, why would I give you water? And I was like, well, why does it taste like water? She's like, well, maybe you're drunk. And I was like, I'm not drunk. There's no way.
You guys finished that whole bottle. Gosh, no.
Finished the whole bottle and finished like, and my mom just went grocery shopping that day and it was like a brand new 6-pack of Sunny D's and we finished all the Sunny D's with it and my mom was pissed and like we couldn't be like, oh, like we were drunk. We were just like, yeah, there's nothing else to drink, even though she just went shopping.
My mom would have killed me. That was one thing.
My mom was pissed, but I don't remember drinking on the Sunny D, so I guess I really was drunk. But
I feel like Sunny D, I never thought about to have that as a chaser.
You don't really think about having a lot of things as a chaser unless it's in the fridge, honestly.
That's true.
Because I wouldn't have gone out of my way to have it.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would have never thought to. Like, maybe it's a good chaser now. We don't know. I don't really use chasers, though.
Interesting thought process. I mean, I'm more into, like, ginger ale, but I know Sunny D and tequila wouldn't taste good.
I don't know. You know, I don't know.
For what we drink, it wouldn't taste good.
I don't know.
Unless you're gonna do, like, Bacardi, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't...
I'm not a rum girl. I'm just, you know, now that I've grown up, I don't just drink whatever anymore.
I know. I look at some of the alcohol that I used to drink, and I'm like, that is disgusting. You would never catch me, even if I was like, I need a drink, or I need something. No, I'd rather go spend like $300 on a shot than. Like, I want me a little...
Bitch is balling out of control.
No, you will not catch me drinking some cheap... I will not drink vodka, like, plain. I'm not taking shots of vodka, like, that. I can't.
Only psychos do that. You know what's so crazy, too, though, is, like, I don't want to say date because I have more, like, self-respect, but I was, like, talking to this guy, and he only drank vodka, and he would, like, try to be like, well, it's Ciroc, and I'm like, vodka is vodka, like, but he also, like, him and his dad were, like, obsessed with cats, so that was, like, you know... Like,
that's where you should have known.
That was warning, like, 10,000 that I should have, like, never been, like, any entanglement with him.
If any guy is, like, into... I don't know, I'm not going to say that.
No,
you said that.
Well, and with that being said, I guess that's all the time that we have for today. Remember, don't try this at home, kids. Mind you, we were in high school when all this happened. We are much better people now.
We've definitely changed for the better.
We actually like our parents now.
Yeah, that's my mom.
Thank you for watching this episode of Bless This Mess. I'm Jazmine.
I'm Ellie.
And thanks for watching and or listening. Don't forget to subscribe. Also like this video and leave a comment down below either with your messy high school stories or with whatever topic you guys would like us to cover next.
Facts. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye, guys.